Bottega Banter. I'm Michael, the events planner here at Bottega in downtown Portland. It's almost springtime outside, and with springtime means tulips and flowers coming up. So we're doing some tulip events coming up, and so just wanted to do a tulip close-up for you guys so you can kind of see how you'd approach a flower or a tulip. So I'm starting with a medium brush here. I have a smaller canvas. I'll probably bounce between these two smaller brushes here, but I'm just going to start off with cleaning off my brush like so. And really what I should be starting off with is a sip of creativity. So. Now, feeling creative, I'm going to start by mixing a really dark green first. I'm going to do things that are sitting in the background first of my flower and, layer colors on top of that. So this first color here, I'm starting with a green, but I'm just going to darken it up a tad with just a little bit of purple. Like so. Now I'm going to come and start with my stem here. I'm just starting at the bottom, pulling it up as the flower might grow. And paint the leaves in as well. If things don't look perfect at this stage, that's okay. This is that furthest back layer that some of the other color will sit on here soon. So don't fret too much if things are not a masterpiece right away. What I'm going to do for my back green layer there, I'm just going to clean my brush, get rid of that color. I'm going to focus on the flower part up here. Any more inspiration you want? Now, for your flower color, tulips come in wild varieties, and that's why we love them so much here. I think for this particular tulip, we're going to work in sort of the red fields. So I'm going to start with a dark color, probably a little bit of just a red and purple mixed together. Something nice and deep like this. And I'm just going to apply that where my flower might sit. So a petal that sits about right there. They're sort of elongated petals. And no tulips look the same, so yours can be at a different angle, have more than 3 prongs. Once you have your base color down like this, I'm just going to sip my wine and let it dry for just a moment. Okay, so now that you've let your background dry a little bit, you'll know when it's dry if you can tap it with your finger and nothing comes back up on your finger. So that's my gauge that this is ready to go. So we have our dark color for our stem here. I just want to mix a lighter color that will sit on top of that. That will really bring out those shadows and show that this plant is alive and vibrant. So my favorite bright green color is just a combination of green, maybe a little bit of yellow.
Is this Kermit from last week?
It's Kermit. My favorite Kermit color. So now that I'm applying these top colors, the brighter colors, I'm going to be a little bit more careful about my brush strokes. So I have a nice bright green, something that's brighter than what you see here. And I'm really going to focus on this leaf here. This top leaf is going to get some of this bright green. Like so. And you see how this light green stands out against that dark green in the back, and that'll just give your flower and your leaves the idea of some shadow. I'm just going to highlight a little piece of that here. We'll even do it down one side of the stem as well. And last but not least, this one over here. So 2 versions of green here are really giving us all we need for this beautiful stem and these leaves. A little more liquid inspiration. And now, last but not least, we're going to focus on the most fun part about these flowers, which is the bright parts at the top here. So I'm going to mix just a light pink, something that'll stand out nicely against that darker burgundy. So I'm just going to mix a little bit of white, maybe a little bit of red. Now, when it comes to these tulips, it can be really important to not mix your paint color all the way. And in fact, you can get a little bit of color on your brush in this way. You can grab another corner of your brush over there so that you have 2 sort of colors on your brush. And then you can use that and my friends, you have a finished tulip. Join us again next week for some more Bottega banter. Cheers.